5 steps to self-monitor and check cardiovascular health at home for the elderly. Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here today. Now let me ask you a simple yet important question. How's your heart? I know it might seem like a simple thing, but for many of us, as we get older, it's easy to forget just how much our hearts do for us, day in and day out. They work tirelessly, pumping life-sustaining blood to every part of our bodies. But just like any other muscle, the heart needs care, attention, and regular checkups to keep it functioning well. As we enter our golden years, it's more important than ever to be proactive about our health. And when it comes to heart health, there's no better time to start than now. You see, cardiovascular diseases like high blood pressure, heart failure, and stroke are among the leading causes of serious health issues as we age. But here's the good news. You have the power to take control. Imagine if you could keep a close eye on your heart right from the comfort of your home. What if you could catch early signs of trouble before they turn into something more serious? What if you could make small yet impactful changes today that could add years to your life? The truth is, it's entirely possible. In this video, we're going to walk through 5 simple yet powerful steps to monitor and check your cardiovascular health at home. These steps aren't complicated, and you don't need to be a medical expert to do them. All you need is a little time, a bit of care, and the willingness to put your health first. Together, we can help you stay heart healthy for the long run. So, how about it? Are you ready to take charge of your heart health? Let's dive in and learn the practical steps that will keep your heart strong, your energy high, and your mind at peace. You deserve it. Step 1. Measure blood pressure. Regularly. Let's start with the most important check. Your blood pressure. This is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to keep an eye on your heart health. Why? Because blood pressure is a key indicator of your cardiovascular system's performance. When your blood pressure is too high, it puts extra strain on your heart and arteries, increasing the risk of heart attack, stroke, and kidney damage. On the flip side, low blood pressure can leave you feeling dizzy or faint, which isn't any better for your heart. So, how do you measure blood pressure at home? The first step is to invest in a good quality, easy-to-use blood pressure monitor. These are available in most pharmacies or online, and you don't need to spend a fortune to get an accurate reading. Many monitors even allow you to track your readings digitally, making it easy to spot trends over time. To get an accurate reading, here's what you need to do. Sit down and relax. Before taking your reading, make sure you've been sitting calmly for at least 5 minutes. Rest your arm on a flat surface and make sure your feet are flat on the floor. Position the cuff. Place the cuff around your upper arm, just above your elbow. It should fit snugly but not too tight. You should be able to slide a finger underneath. Take the reading. Turn on the monitor and let it do its job. The cuff will inflate, and the monitor will give you 2 numbers. Systolic, the higher number, and diastolic, the lower number. Your systolic number represents the pressure in your arteries when your heart beats, while the diastolic number measures the pressure when your heart rests between beats. A normal blood pressure reading is around 120/80 mmHg. If your reading is consistently higher than 130/80 mmHg, it's time to take action. High blood pressure often doesn't show any obvious symptoms, so it's critical to measure it regularly. Here's the thing. Even though high blood pressure is a silent killer, you have the power to manage it. If your numbers are high, consider cutting back on sodium, exercising more, or reducing stress. You'd be amazed at how these small changes can make a huge difference. I once worked with a client who had struggled with high blood pressure for years. By simply reducing their salt intake and taking short walks each day, they were able to bring their blood pressure down significantly. It wasn't about drastic changes, just steady, consistent action. It's all about finding small victories that add up over time. Step 2. Track heart rate and rhythm. Your heart rate is another critical piece of the puzzle. This is the number of times your heart beats per minute, and while it can vary depending on activity, it gives a lot of insight into how efficiently your heart is working. A normal resting heart rate for most adults is between 60 and 100 beats per minute. But it's important to understand that what's normal for one person might not be for another. For example, if you're very active and exercise regularly, your heart rate might be lower, and that's perfectly okay. So, how can you measure your heart rate? It's easier than you think. Simply place 2 fingers, index and middle, on the side of your neck, just below your jawline, or on the wrist, just below the thumb. Count the beats you feel for 30 seconds, then multiply that number by 2 to get your heart rate per minute. If you're using a wearable device like a fitness tracker or smartwatch, you can monitor your heart rate throughout the day. Many of these devices also give you insight into the rhythm of your heart, which can help spot irregularities. Why is it important to keep track of your heart rate and rhythm? Well, certain patterns could indicate an issue. For example, if your heart rate is consistently too high or low, it could be a sign of an underlying condition. Similarly, if you notice that your heart rate feels irregular, skipping beats, fluttering, or racing, it could be a sign of arrhythmia, a condition that affects the electrical system of your heart. It's important not to ignore these warning signs. If you experience irregular heartbeats, palpitations, or dizziness, it's time to talk to your doctor. They may recommend an electrocardiogram, ECG, to check for any heart rhythm issues. I had a patient who noticed a slight fluttering in her chest when she exercised. It wasn't constant, but it was enough to make her feel uneasy. After monitoring her heart rate regularly and keeping track of when the fluttering happened, her doctor was able to diagnose a minor arrhythmia that was easily treated with medication. By being vigilant, she avoided a much more serious situation. Staying aware of your heart's rhythm could be the key to preventing a potentially life-threatening condition. Whether you do this manually or through technology, just remember to listen to your body, and don't be afraid to seek help if something feels off. Step 3. Check for swelling and fluid retention. Swelling, particularly in your legs, ankles, and feet, can be an important sign of cardiovascular trouble. Fluid retention occurs when your heart is not pumping blood efficiently, which can cause fluid to build up in certain areas of your body. This is often a warning sign of heart failure or other circulatory issues, and it's something you should keep an eye on regularly. Here's how to check for swelling. Examine your legs and feet. Take a moment each day to inspect your legs, ankles, and feet. Swelling is often more noticeable at the end of the day after you've been on your feet for a while, so be sure to check after a long day of activity. Press gently. Use your fingers to press gently on your skin, especially around the ankles and the tops of your feet. If the skin leaves an indentation that slowly returns to normal, this may be a sign of fluid retention. Check for sudden weight gain. Another sign of fluid buildup is unexpected weight gain. If you notice you're gaining weight rapidly without a change in diet, this could be an indication that fluid retention is occurring. It's important to track your weight consistently, either daily or weekly, to spot trends. What should you do if you find swelling? If you notice mild swelling that doesn't go away after resting, elevate your legs and reduce salt in your diet. Compression stockings can also help improve circulation and reduce swelling in the lower limbs. However, if the swelling is persistent, or if you experience difficulty breathing, it's crucial to consult your doctor immediately. I worked with a client once who noticed his ankles were swollen after long days of walking. Initially, he thought it was just due to the heat, but when the swelling didn't go away, he checked with his doctor. It turned out he was experiencing early signs of heart failure. By catching it early, he was able to manage his symptoms and improve his quality of life with medications and lifestyle changes. The key here is to be aware and take action when something doesn't feel right. Swelling can sometimes seem like a minor inconvenience, but in the context of heart health, it's a sign that your body is sending you an important message. Don't ignore it. Take the time to check for swelling and take immediate action if necessary. Your heart will thank you. Step 4. Monitor weight changes and diet. Your weight can be an excellent indicator of your cardiovascular health, and keeping track of any sudden changes is essential. Sudden or unexplained weight gain can be a sign of fluid retention, as discussed above, or it could indicate that you're carrying excess weight, which puts additional strain on your heart. But it's not just about weight. Diet plays a huge role in how your heart functions. Eating heart-healthy foods can help you maintain a healthy weight and reduce the risk of heart disease. So let's talk about how to monitor your weight and what changes to make if you see a trend that isn't healthy. Track your weight regularly. Weigh yourself at the same time every day or week, preferably in the morning before you eat and after using the bathroom. A consistent time ensures you're getting the most accurate reading. If you notice a steady increase in weight, especially around your waist, it could be time to reassess your lifestyle. Watch for fluctuations. While small weight fluctuations from day to day are normal, a significant and consistent gain could be a sign of fluid retention or an unhealthy diet. If you find you're gaining more than 2 to 3 pounds in a single day, this may indicate that you're holding on to excess fluid, which is a cause for concern. Heart-healthy diet. Your diet has a major impact on your cardiovascular health. It's important to incorporate foods that are rich in fiber, healthy fats, and antioxidants. Focus on whole grains, lean proteins, vegetables, and fruits, while limiting saturated fats, salt, and added sugars. This type of diet can help maintain a healthy weight and reduce your risk of high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and heart disease. I often advise my patients to make small changes to their diet that can lead to big improvements. For example, swapping out fried foods for grilled vegetables or choosing whole grain bread over white bread may seem like minor changes, but over time, they can make a huge difference. One of my clients, in particular, was able to drop 15 pounds over the course of a few months just by switching to a heart-healthy diet. Not only did he lose weight, but his cholesterol levels and blood pressure improved too. The key takeaway here is that your weight and diet are linked directly to your heart health. By monitoring your weight regularly and making heart-healthy choices in the kitchen, you're giving your heart the best possible chance to stay strong and healthy for years to come. If you notice unwanted changes, don't wait. Take action now to correct the course. Step 5. Practice regular physical activity and monitor exercise levels. When it comes to heart health, staying active is one of the most important steps you can take. Regular exercise doesn't just keep your body in shape, it helps your heart stay strong, improves circulation, and reduces the risk of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. But the key is consistency and knowing your body's limits. Here's how to monitor and maintain an exercise routine that supports cardiovascular health. Find the right type of exercise for you. As we age, the intensity and types of exercise we do need to be adjusted. But don't worry, you don't have to run a marathon to keep your heart healthy. Walking, swimming, cycling, and low-impact exercises are fantastic options for seniors. Even simple activities like stretching, gardening, or light yoga can help. Track your exercise duration and intensity. One of the easiest ways to monitor your progress is by keeping track of how much physical activity you're doing each day or week. The American Heart Association recommends at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity, such as brisk walking, or 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic activity, such as jogging, per week. Break it down into manageable chunks, such as 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week. Listen to your body. While exercise is important, so is rest. Don't push yourself too hard, especially if you feel short of breath, lightheaded, or experience chest pain. It's perfectly okay to take breaks when needed. Make sure to include some stretching or flexibility exercises in your routine, as these can help maintain joint mobility and overall physical function. Use fitness trackers to monitor heart rate. Many seniors use fitness trackers or smartwatches to monitor their heart rate and steps throughout the day. These devices can help you stay on track with your physical activity goals and ensure you're staying within a safe heart rate zone during exercise. A typical target heart rate for someone your age is about 50–85% of your maximum heart rate, 220 minus your age. By staying consistent with physical activity, you can dramatically improve your heart's health, even if you start later in life. It's never too late to begin. I once worked with a 72-year-old woman who had never exercised regularly. After just a few months of walking 30 minutes a day, She had more energy, her blood pressure dropped, and she was able to manage her stress better. Regular movement can be life-changing. It helps you feel more vibrant, reduces fatigue, and strengthens your heart in ways that medications alone can't do. Conclusion. As we wrap up these 6 steps to better cardiovascular health, I want you to take a moment and reflect on something important. Your heart is the very rhythm of your life. Every beat, every pulse, is a reminder of how much you mean to this world. Your heart works tirelessly every second of every day, so it's only fair that you give it the care and attention it deserves. By taking a proactive role in your health, measuring your blood pressure, tracking your heart rate, checking for swelling, monitoring your weight and diet, staying physically active, and consulting with your healthcare provider, you're not just protecting your heart. You're investing in your future. You're adding years to your life and, more importantly, life to your years. I know that managing health as we age can sometimes feel overwhelming. But it doesn't have to be. It's about making small, consistent choices each day that lead to big results over time. These simple steps don't require a lot of time or complicated equipment, just a little dedication and care. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. Family, friends, and healthcare professionals are there to support you every step of the way. So I encourage you today to take action. Set aside a few minutes each day to check in with your body, track your health, and make adjustments where needed. Celebrate the small victories along the way, whether it's lower blood pressure, more energy, or simply feeling better every day. Your heart's health is a journey, not a destination, and each step you take is a step toward a stronger, healthier you. You deserve a long, healthy life filled with the things you love. Keep monitoring, keep moving, and keep caring for that beautiful heart of yours. It's never too late to start, and the rewards will last a lifetime. If you found this video helpful, I encourage you to hit the like button, share it with friends or family who may benefit, and don't forget to subscribe for more health tips and inspiration. Remember, your heart is in your hands. Let's take care of it together. Stay healthy, stay strong, and most importantly, stay heart strong. Thank you for watching.